Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Merricks Garage. As I told you guys, I am making some changes, and this is the first video where said changes are going to be rolled out. It's going to be a real rough video. You guys want more stuff? Here it is. I just put the camera on, let it roll, and did my work. It's going to be a real rough video. Let me know what you guys think. This is the sort of stuff I'm going to be putting out if I'm going to be posting more frequently. I'm not going to spend as much time editing it and just kind of like let the cameras run and let you guys see what happens. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. Give it a like, give it a share, give me a thumbs up. Check out my Amazon store. I keep adding awesome stuff that I find to the store, and it seems to have been well received. You guys are hitting it constantly and I appreciate it. Anyway, enough talking. Here's the rest of the video. Enjoy. Merricks Garage out. One more order of business before we jump into this week's video. The Double H Boots giveaway. I asked two questions. First question was, what on my truck is an obvious failure point or something that went wrong that I didn't address in my videos? And the answer to that one was my core support mounting bolt. If you noticed, I had a tie down wrapped around it. That's because the bolt for the body mount pulled through the core support, and the core support was only bolted down on the passenger side, so I had to ratchet strap it down. I actually haven't fixed it yet, but that was the answer to the first question. The second question, this got a lot of people thinking. The dimples on either side of the housing, those are for the case spreader. When you are changing out the carrier, putting in a different locker or changing gears, the gears are often the carrier assembly is often pressed in and is very tight in the housing, particularly in a Dana 44. So there's a specific tool that goes in either side of those. It's got these indents that go into the detents in the axle and just relieve case pressure so you can pop that carrier bearing assembly out without using the ghetto pry bar technique. Now, my Dana 60 did not require me to use the case spreader. So maybe that's what threw you guys. I didn't use it when I put my my Eaton locker in. But that is what those are for. I got a lot of people saying that those are casting marks or those are where the tubes were sleeved. If you look up higher on the axle tube, you'll actually see the little rosette welds where they've burned in and rosetted it to hold the axle tube in. So the correct answer was for a case spreader. And I did get a lot of people who got the case spreader question right, but only a few people who got both. First guy who won a set of boots was Chuck Grenier or Grenier. I'm probably not pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry, Chuck, but you know what? You're getting a free pair of boots. And his name isn't Chuck. His name is Gene. So Chuck, sorry, you're not getting any boots, but Gene is. And Dan Lonkowski is getting a pair of boots too. And not just any boots. They get to go on the Double H website, choose whichever boots they want, and they'll get sent a pair free. Really, really cool offer from Double H Boots. I would still suggest go checking out their website. They've got great stuff. And I hope to bring you guys more of this stuff. I want to, you guys are the reason that I have these opportunities, and I want to give back to you. So keep an eye out, keep subscribed, keep looking. I'm going to have more giveaways as the channel progresses and changes, but let's get back to the program. I got a bunch of stuff to wrap up on the K30 Blazer. I got another trip coming up, and I want to make sure that I can get as much done before that trip takes place. So what I'm going to focus on today is getting rid of some of the conflicts between like a shock tower and the shock bottom perch. I have the panhard bracket bolts. I've got a window on the panhard bracket bolt so the pitman arm doesn't hit it. Got to move my tabs on my steering ram down at the axle. I got to put the wheel liners in. I got to move the brake line, and I got to build a skid plate.
My iPhone died, so I'm going to show you with my GoPro what we got done. Essentially, the RAM was maxing out and limiting travel one way. I had a couple of options. I'll show you right now. Option number one, moving. I put these in backwards to begin with. These guys should have been flipped the other way to give me about another inch, which would have brought it to about here. What I did instead was cut off, what are we going to say this is? Let's grab my calipers. What I've done is cut off close to an inch. Well, 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch on this. This came from here, so I've saved myself 3/4 of an inch right there. I've polished this down, which probably gave me like another 1/16 or something like that. And then over here, I cut off what I'm gonna say, 1/8. Let's take a look. 7/32. So what is that? We'll call that that's about 1/4 inch. It's not bad. All combined, I've cut off this much, which is, let's see, almost an inch. 1/17, 1/28. The other thing that I've been able to do is I am measuring lock to lock down here. This is where your steering stops go. So you can see that what I've got here is coming out 55, 64, so almost an inch. And let's, I'll run the other side so you guys can see. That is for the passenger side. As for the driver's side, lock to lock. So what that's telling me now is that I've got equal steering angle on both my driver's side and passenger side. And the cool thing, no longer getting any interference. The RAM is at full throw. Yeah. Let's put it all back together.
You know, I always have to laugh when people say, "Oh, sweet, you're done with your truck." No. I'm done with this part of my truck, but man, there's always going to be something to do. So I was able to bang out the suspension and steering challenges that I was having. I've still got some other stuff to do, but I ran out of time. I got a trip this weekend that I'm going to be documenting for you guys. It's going to be a surprise, but it is going to be awesome. I know you guys are going to dig it, and I just had to get the steering fixed before we went on that. I have some other stuff. I would like to get my skid plate built. I'd like to get the core support back down. I'd like to get my wheel liners back in. I need to switch the lines coming out of my master cylinder for my brakes, but all that stuff can wait. I got so much other stuff to be dealing with, but I got this done. It's time to hit the road again, and stay tuned. I've got a really cool video coming up. It's going to be a month or two before that gets released, but I guarantee you guys are going to dig it. Merricks Garage, thanks for watching. Hit me down below. Let me know what you thought of this new format. Peace.